A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Wednesday, March 20th. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. Employment changes are coming for two key figures in the Orange County IT contract controversy. Director of Operations Alicia D'Amico and Commissioner of General Services Samantha Swikata. D'Amico will retire at the end of the month, and Swikata will be reassigned to a position working in the county's Economic Development Office, according to County Executive Stephen Newhouse. The county executive, speaking to Mid-Hudson News via telephone while on military assignment in Spain on Tuesday, said the changes had nothing to do with the IT scandal in which the two women provided conflicting accounts of the vendor selection given to a special legislative committee.
I think it's just the fact of me making a command decision and readjusting how I think the county should be run. And I'm going to be making a number of other changes over the next couple months as well.
Newhouse said in addition to D'Amico's retirement at the end of the month, Swikata will be assigned to work under the Economic Development Department. D'Amico and Swikata were central in a recently released report by a special task force convened to investigate the county's IT contracts. The once Grand Nevele Resort went up in flames last night, bringing several fire departments to the Wawarsing-Ellenville area to battle the large blaze. The fire was initially reported at about 9:30 p.m. Fire officials indicated that firefighters were battling the blaze from outside and no firefighters were going near the building, some of which dated back to the early 1900s. Ulster County fire departments included Ellenville, Cragsmore, Napanock, Walker Valley, and Kerhonkson. They were being assisted by a water tanker from the Summitville Fire Department in Sullivan County. The former resort, with an iconic tower as the centerpiece, has been the source of lawsuits and other issues, which have stalled any redevelopment plans until the fall of 2023. In late September, the property was sold to 1100 Arrow LLC for $5 million as part of a plan to demolish the remaining decrepit buildings to make way for a new facility with lodging as well as a 126-unit housing development. Montgomery Village trustee Mike Hembury won the mayor's race in an election on Tuesday that saw a large voter turnout. Hembury received 635 votes to challenger Randy Piccirillo's 511. The mayor-elect ran on a platform of keeping the village's safe and quaint character. The entire slate of incumbents running for re-election in the village of Monticello was defeated in Tuesday's election. On the ballot was the office of the mayor, as well as two village trustees. Incumbent Mayor George Nicolatos was defeated by trustee Rochelle Massey for the village's top job. Carmen Rue and Michael Banks, the incumbent trustees, were also defeated by their challengers, T.C. Hutchins and Janice Davis. The unofficial vote tally as of late Tuesday night for mayor saw incumbent George Nicolatos with 173 votes and Rochelle Massey with 528 votes. For a second time, FEMA has denied Orange County's individual assistance sought for dozens of county residents impacted by last July's devastated flooding. Most of the severe damage occurred in Highland Falls, West Point, Cornwall, and Central Valley. County Executive Stephen Newhouse is disappointed by the rejection, but noted there was aid provided closer to home.
The major help that they got along the way was secured partially through the governor, and then a big chunk of it through the county and our DSS office. We also had a major shot in the arm from some nonprofits like the American Red Cross, from teams like Team Rubicon.
Newhouse is now calling on the U.S. Small Business Administration to provide low-interest SBA federal disaster loans to all victims of this disaster.
He's here. The Easter Bunny is visiting the Galleria at Crystal Run every day now until Easter. And he's not camera shy. Get your picture taken with Mr. Peter Cottontail. Children, families, and even pets are welcome. Now you can make an appointment ahead of time at whereisbunny.com. Reservations are strongly encouraged. Just go to GalleriaCrystalRun.com. crystalrun.com for all the details, and happy Easter.
One of two young women shot to death in Miami over the weekend was from Pauling in Dutchess County. Cindy Capolino, who was 23 of Pauling, was shot to death along with her best friend and roommate, 25-year-old Megan Moore of Centerville, Massachusetts. The two were shot dead by Moore's former boyfriend in Miami, according to police reports. The state is scheduled to receive more than $664 million in federal funding to expand high-speed broadband infrastructure. Locations that have been officially designated as unserved or underserved will be eligible for the funding, and Ulster County Executive Jen Metzger is encouraging residents across the county to review and comment on the maps and ensure gaps that exist can be addressed. She says they want to make sure residents have all the tools they need to succeed, and that includes access to high-speed internet. The City of Middletown Police Department is getting closer to its authorized strength of 75 sworn officers. Chief John Iwanshu told the Common Council last night they're in the process of adding 6 more officers to the roster.
Currently, right now, I have 5 police officers in field training, 4 of which went to the police academy and graduated. 2 graduated in December. That's Officer Brownstein and Officer Lane. And 2 graduated in January. That's Officer Hodges and Officer Pearson. Additionally, in that field training program is Officer Barclay, who came to us from the town of Warwick Police Department. He started with us in February. And then in the police academy currently right now, I have 1 additional police officer that's going through training. That's Trayvon Meyer.
The cities of Newburgh and Poughkeepsie are also in the process of bringing their police departments up to their authorized strengths. Any hopes of JetBlue returning to New York Stewart International Airport have been dashed as the New York-based airline said it would not be returning. Service from the Hudson Valley was suspended since 2020, and now the airline says it will not resume the service to Newburgh, citing weak performance. Stewart was one of the initial cities served when JetBlue began service. U.S. Senator Charles Schumer was credited with attracting the airline, which provided service to Florida destinations. Fire at Colonial Springs Apartments in the city of Beacon just before 2 p.m. yesterday caused damage to the 2-story Building 3. As a result of the fire, 30 residents were displaced from their homes. The smoke billowing from the roof was first spotted by Newburgh City firefighters who saw the smoke from their firehouse across the Hudson River. They notified the Beacon Department, which was on the scene within 3 minutes. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.